Idiosa cutty. Gotta fix some ski, man. I don't like how I feel like this. I don't like that. Oh, it's be your ski. Oh, man. Scary game, scary stories, scary story, scary game, demo tape, man. Real talk, man. Come on, bro. When they go ahead and get this, when they go ahead and get this swing at real talk, bro.
So fine.
Yo, appreciate you.
Hey.
Yo, what up, brother? Hey, brother, can you put it on, can you put it on, sub mode? Can you put it on sub mode for me?
I did.
Appreciate you. I think you did it. Appreciate you. Thank you.
To put sub mode.
Yeah, I just realized I didn't say that. I just realized I forgot. I just realized I forgot. I'm Mr. Two Ski, boy. You already know. Hey, bro, get on my face, bro. But we're going on. Bro, they kissing? Is they kissing? Boy, kids watching. But kids watching. Kids watching, gang. Kids watching. Chill. What you got going on?
Low.
I'm sorry if y'all seen that. My bad, bro. Hey, if you watching this on YouTube, I love you. Man, I wouldn't be surprised if YouTube seen it. And they did that for real. Shit, trying to eat on. Oh, let me close the door, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't want to pop nobody on stream. Yo, you good, bro? Fella, sleep at that gambling house with that heater right on me. And I got me some Sprite, because I...
Sing it.
Saying it is crazy.
Low face with tears of joy.
What the money is, bro? But what pizza costs $100, bro?
Soon.
Alright, you done? Hey, bro, how you gonna, bro? Hey, now what if I just shoot you, gang? How you gonna just open my door like that, gang? Are you trying to fight? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, what's up, gang? What's up? Let's fight. What up, gang? What up, gang? What up? What up? What you trying to do? What you trying to do? I'm in your face, so what you trying to do? Boy, hey, I'm about to hit. Boy, you better stop, boy. Boy, you better stop, boy. Boy, you about to turn the Swiss cheese, boy. How about put the ski mask on for you, boy? Boy, you better chill. Boy, y'all see him just open my door, bro? Boy, what's wrong with Buddy? But Buddy about to turn the Swiss cheese, boy. What's wrong with Buddy? But who that is, bro? Hey, but why is you opening my door, man? Knock on the door, man. Oh, they should coming in my door. What the freak? But he just took my money, bro. I ain't even hand it to his hand. But come on, bro. But y'all see this shit, bro? All right, bro. Oh nah, bro. Bro, this is crazy. This is crazy, bro. Hey, y'all, as soon as this game over, we going to the next game. Y'all know that. My boy Chris, what up, Chris?
Waskit Slime Chris Marlin 0, welcome to the Biorski Vanderlink gang.
Bro, what the, oh, bro, ain't no way, bro. Hey, I'm about to leave, man. I don't even want to, bro.
How have you been?
Hey, y'all. Hey, but y'all bogus for that, boy. Y'all bogus. Y'all know y'all bogus. Well, y'all know y'all bogus for that, bro.
Wow.
Y'all know y'all bogus for that, bro. Boy, y'all know y'all bogus for that, boy. Y'all know y'all is. Boy, y'all know y'all bogus for that, bro. Brother, ew. Brother, what's that?
You can't stole us
Is that a
from
waltz?
Dior, you know that.
Bro, is that a waltz, bro? Bro, what is that, bro? But they trying to copyright me? I don't like that, bro. Bro, y'all trying to copyright me. What's going on, man? Hey, bro. Man, gang, I'm gonna need you to cut that. I'm gonna need you to cut that bud. Need you to cut that bud. Oh, man. Come on. Come on, man.
Yeah, Dior, I need you to cut it also.
Loser. Man, hey. Hey, open this door, gang. Open this door. Open this door, bro. Open. Oh, that's what I thought. Bro, don't, you ain't talking to me. You ain't talking to me, bro. You ain't talking to me, boy. You ain't talking to Bjorski. You ain't talking to Bjorski. I just teleported back here. Oh, I got a pizza. Oh, I ain't ate the pizza yet, bro. Bro, yo, what's up with y'all just opening my door, bro? Like, nobody knocked, so everybody just opened my door, bro. What's going on, bro? I can't lock my door? Bro, so I can't lock my door. All right, bro, whatever. Go to the kitchen. Where the kitchen at?
Better not be no other girl on the line, Daddy Dior.
Nah, ain't nobody else on the line. I don't know who that was. But where's the kitchen at? Oh,
It's that surprise you are supposed to give us.
hey, excuse me, my kind sir. Oh, what the frick? Bro, is that a rat? Is that a rat? What the, What the, what's that? What's the, oh. Hey, I'll pick that knife up y'all need me to. My fault. Meet me in room one. I, Molly, how many times I gotta tell you it's coming after this game right here? Be patient. Be patient.
Where's the surprise Dior? Surprise asterisk.
Listen to the suspicious nigga. I knew you would come. You're the only one who would listen. I hope. It definitely is, bro. I'm recommend you leave this place when you still can.
Fine.
You ain't gotta tell me twice. You ain't gotta tell me twice. I'm gone. I'm gone.
Forgive
You ain't gotta tell me twice. I'm gone, y'all. Peace. Yeah, you right about that. I'm gone. I'm gone. You ain't gotta tell me twice, gang. I'm gone. I'm gone, bro. I'm gone. You ain't gotta tell me twice, bro. You ain't gotta tell me twice. I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. You feel? It is I'm 3 in the morning as I'm recording this, but you know, we just complete the game. Now we about to do the reaction video, y'all. This video called 5 True Terrifying Horror Stories Animated, bro. I don't even know why I'm watching this. You know? But let's get straight to it.
A new place. This took place back in November of 2018 and actually wasn't even fully resolved until just recently. So back at this point in time, me and my wife were going through some hard times. I was making money through some slightly illegal means and had actually gone to jail for 9 months. I got out in September of 2018 and I had a job in the city waiting for me when I got home. Now when I got out of jail, my wife was living with her mom about an hour away from the city. But she knew we had to find somewhere to live close to both of our jobs that were downtown in the city that we were moving to. Since we were starting all over after the legal fees, lawyers, fines, and other assorted debts, we knew we could only afford something super cheap that would let us pay week to week instead of having to pay security deposits and monthly rent up front. We found a boarding house in our city and checked it out. There were 4 rooms in the house with a shared kitchen and bathroom for everyone.
Pursue your passion for working with animals through Penn Foster's online.
We moved into one of the rooms.
Listen, y'all. I don't edit none of my videos. We watch this together, bro.
It was on the first floor where a 30-year-old lady and her mom. And then upstairs there was a young guy who moved in the same week as us. And lastly, a young couple that lived in the room next to the other young guy. In the 3 months that we lived there, the only people we talked to was the young couple upstairs. They seemed similar to us in age and interests, and we just usually talked to them in passing, or maybe on the front porch when we were all out there having a cigarette.
Okay.
They were nice enough, and they also...
Cigarette? I don't enjoy those people, bro. They're smoking cigarettes, bro. That's crazy, bro.
Smoked weed, which me and my wife did as well.
If you smoking cigarettes,
we smoked on the porch together a couple of times.
Let's keep going, bro.
Things were just a-okay until the month of November came, and shit just started to hit the fan, left and right, with this couple who we'll name Jim and Sierra. It started off small. Things like hearing them get into short shouting matches, or one or both of them asking me and my wife to borrow money, or constantly trying to bum cigarettes. One day I came home and Sierra was walking into the house, the same time as me, with 3 guys that I've never seen before, and a case of beer. They party all night and keep me and my wife up, but we end up going to bed around 5 a.m. A few days later, we are woken up on a Sunday. Me and my wife's only day off to Jim screaming at Sierra, throwing all of her stuff into the front yard. He was calling her everything in the book, you can imagine, and told her to get out of his life, yada yada yada.
Why you look like that,
They
bro?
argued for like 3 hours and eventually someone picked Sierra up. We had a week of peace and quiet, but by the next week she was moved back in, and the fights and screaming were constant. Until one night. It was a Tuesday night, the day before my birthday.
Of course.
Me and my wife worked that day and just kind of lounged around after work. My wife and I ended up smoking some weed around 1 a.m. and we put in a movie to giggle at all night. The whole time we were watching this movie, we could hear Jim and Sierra screaming at each other. We could hear them stomping around as they moved around upstairs in the room right above our ceiling. It went on the whole movie, it seemed like. After actually making it through the movie without falling asleep from smoking too much, we both noticed that Jim and Sierra had finally stopped fighting. We both wanted to take advantage of the quiet, and we laid down and cuddled up to sleep until we had to go to work in the morning. I was woken up in the middle of the night by my wife, who was shaking me and looking off toward my side of the bed. I was so tired and out of it that I thought maybe she saw a big bug and wanted me to kill it. I turn over to get up, and when I do, there is a man standing next to my bed, hunched over my nightstand.
It's like how I be. Hey, nah, bro. Yeah, I see that, bro. I'm pulling out the gap, bro. Hey, get the gap. Get the, get the gap. Get the gap, man, bro. What? Yeah, all right, bro. Don't be snooping in my stuff unless you get time to switch cheese, bro. Real talk. To all
And
y'all
going
who
through my
watch y'all,
drawer,
bitch, y'all protect
the man
yourself,
has
bro.
an
Yes,
empty
people
milk
will.
gallon in
Like,
his
just
hand.
let's get straight to it. I ain't gonna waste your time.
After rolling over and us locking eyes, he stood up from his hunched position and was just staring at me. I kicked my feet out onto the floor and I sat up on the bed as he started backing up slowly, one step at a time. At this point, I finally realized that it's Jim in our room going through my stuff, holding an empty milk gallon. Now, like I said, I was still pretty out of it and just calmly said to him, "What's up, Jim? Why the hell are you in our room, bud?" After a few seconds, Jim asks, "Can I borrow your guys' car, man? Or can one of you
Don't
take
tell me
me
you
down to
stealing
the
my
gas
weed,
station
man.
and back real quick?" Thank goodness for my wife, who was finally fully awake, unlike
that's
me,
good.
who said, "What? You broke in our room to borrow our car? No, you cannot borrow our car after you broke into our room at 4 a.m. Now get the hell out of here, you freaking weirdo." Surprisingly, Jim leaves, but he doesn't just leave. He sprints out the front door and starts running down the street, towards the gas station that he asked us to take him to. I looked at my wife, and before we can even say anything to each other,
What?
the other
Afraid?
neighbor from upstairs comes down and says that Jim and Sierra were fighting worse than he had ever heard, or saw, that he hadn't heard any noise coming from the room for about an hour. My wife, who was feeling protective of a fellow female who had to endure similar abuse in the past, told me and our neighbor to go upstairs and check on her. So we go upstairs, and the door to Jim and Sierra's room is shut, but not locked. I knocked and shouted for someone, and there was no answer. Standing side by side, me and my neighbor turned the doorknob and pushed the door open. On the back wall of the room, Sierra was laying on the couch, face up, and we also noticed that the floor and ceiling had been hacked up, almost like someone was trying to get inside of the floor and ceiling for some reason. Me and my neighbor walked over to the couch, thinking that Jim had knocked her unconscious, but when we made it to her, we realized there was blood on the couch and thin blood streaks on the wall, and blood all over her. I can't speak for my neighbor, but as soon as I looked at her, I thought, she doesn't have a face. The neighbor called the cops immediately, and I was just standing there dumbfounded. I heard him tell the police that Jim had smashed his girlfriend's face in with a sledgehammer, and the weapon was still there, but Jim had run off. The police told us to leave the room and wait outside if we felt safe doing so. The cops came and they put an APB out on Jim, and they found him about an hour later running down the street. After talking to the cops, they said it looked like Jim was trying to find the gas line in the house, and he probably wanted me to take him to the gas station to get fuel to help him burn down the house with Sierra inside. After all the cops left and everything calmed down, me and my wife looked at each other like, what the hell? We had to call into work the next day because there were 2 news vans out front all morning, and every time we stepped out for a smoke or anything, they were badgering us for an interview. It ended up being a small blip in the news with a short paragraph in the newspaper and a 1-minute segment on the local news channel. But yeah, that's how I was face to face with a murderer, right after he killed his girlfriend in the same house in 2009, and I was a junior in high school. I lived in a small town in Ohio. In the fall, I started to date my first real boyfriend, John. He was a senior and many of his friends were dating my friends, and he was well liked and funny at school. I'm thrilled about the relationship, especially because my strict parents even seemed to like him as well. He was pretty quiet around them, but always polite and appreciative in their presence.
Talk to me.
Since it's a small town, John lived literally down the street, and we hung out all the time.
Okay, talk to me.
My parents were actually getting divorced at the time, so I liked spending time at his place more than mine. John lived with Chris, a man who wasn't his biological dad, but somehow he had lived with since around the age of 13, and often called him dad.
I feel it.
Chris was an adolescence counselor who knew John because he had been in the foster care system, and he had taken John in. Chris was an amazing human who was fun to be around, and it was just the 2 of them and their pug Murphy at the house. I don't know much about John's childhood at first, other than it had clearly been rough enough for him to be involved with children's services. Anyways, we spent a lot of time together, and always had a good time with Chris as well. Eventually, John confided in me that he often had really bad depression and would get really bad thoughts. I was shook by this, and I even told Chris about it as well. Regardless, we continued to date, and I did my best to support him. So the next year I'm a senior and John has graduated, but he's not really doing anything. He didn't go to college, and his plans to join the military weren't working out, so he's just living with Chris and working a part-time job that my dad had gotten for him. I've always been into school and extracurriculars, and I felt like John was holding me back. Our relationship was going downhill in many ways, but I was scared if I broke it off that he might really do something drastic. He had threatened to do so when I tried. In May 2011, I graduated high school and decided I had to leave the relationship behind. I was having my own depression issues, and John was having a detrimental effect on my mental health. I finally told him that we had to break up, and he needed to stop contacting me with these threats.
What you gotta do.
I mostly cut off all contact, and a couple of months later, I got an apartment with a friend, about 30 minutes away from home, beside the college I was attending. One Friday night in April 2012, I'm in my hometown to see a friend, and I pass John's house where I see police cars everywhere. I'm shocked and I didn't know what to think, so I immediately call our mutual friend Kyle. Kyle said he has no clue what was going on with John, and he says that John had hung out at his house a few days before. Kyle said John seemed like he was in a good mood, especially because he was driving Chris's Beamer at the time, which he loved to do. Anyways, Kyle was actually hanging out at my apartment with my roommate. This was normal as he had a crush on her, so I just keep driving that way. When I get to my place, Kyle hasn't heard anything, but my mom calls me with the scoop. She's friends with cop wives and stuff, small town stuff. It turns out that John murdered Chris, and he was on the run somewhere. Someone had called for a wellness check after not hearing from Chris for a while. The cops found his body at home. I was shocked and a little bit scared, as were Kyle and my roomie. So we all decided to stay at my roommate's parents' house for the night. By morning, the cops had luckily found and arrested John. He had taken the Beamer, so it was easily spotted at a rundown motel about 15 miles from his home, and about 12 miles from our apartment. When the details came out, the whole thing was even more terrifying. It was a brutal homicide, and it occurred days before the body was found. Which means that John was just hanging out at Kyle's house between committing this act and getting arrested. Just nonchalantly playing video games, and telling jokes to Kyle's little sister, acting like everything was just fine. Meanwhile, he had stuffed Chris's body in the freezer at home. It's insane to think about how someone could be such a psychopath. There was really no explanation given. John initially tried to plead insanity, but he was eventually deemed competent and then pleaded guilty. He got 30 to life in prison. I've obviously told this story from my perspective, but the person who really matters the most in this is of course the victim. Chris was truly a saint of a human being. He had been my role model for so many years. I just wonder, how could something so horrific happen to someone so good? And at the hands of someone who they had given everything to. Someone they had loved, trusted, and seen as a son. It's horrifying. Chris spent his life advocating for kids like John. The local center he worked at is actually named after him now, as is the street that it is on. I often wonder about the why of it all. Chris and John got along almost all the time, and though John clearly had mental health issues, no one thought he would really hurt anyone. But clearly, something was very wrong with John that we missed. They say hindsight is 20/20, and I can definitely look back and think of a few strange instances with him. Sneaky, manipulative, and angry. He eventually showed all of those traits, but I was lucky enough to not experience any violence at his hands. I wish I could say the same for Chris. I'm thankful for the time that I did get to spend with him, though, and the positive impact he had on my life during that time. I know he had a positive effect on so many other lives as well. May he rest in peace.
Listen, rest in peace, Chris, bro. Hey, nah, that's crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. Dang, bro. I don't know why I'm watching this. But yeah, y'all like, comment, subscribe. Thank y'all for supporting the scary stories, scary games, man. I'm gonna try to post these almost every Sunday, bro. I love y'all.